Hey, how are you? Good day to you. Happy Friday to you. It's Brandon Devnich here from i3D Themes with this week's interactive number 89, where we share what we're passionate about and what we've been working on in the i3D Themes Design and Code Labs. So the title of this video is Bend with the Knees. So I haven't done a video in 2 weeks. Normally every Friday I take an opportunity out of my day to share what we've been working on. And last Monday, so about 10 days ago, I had a bit of an incident. Now, if I haven't shared it before, we have a puppy in our home. And if you know anything about puppies, they like to chew. And our puppy likes to chew so much. I think the tally is over $1,000 in chews so far. That's just shoes. And so whenever there's an opportunity to take something out of the area that the puppy may find tasty or something that it just wants to chew just because, I try to remove whatever it is out of the area. And so I was heading to bed on the Monday, and I was crossing the living room to turn off the lamp. I turned off the lamp, and as I was just about to turn it off, I noticed a basket on the other side of the room that had some things in it that I know a dog would just love to get its teeth around. So I turned off the light, and I walked back across the room to where I thought the basket was, which happened to be beside the TV cabinet. And rather than, bend down with the knees. Do you think I did that? No, I was lazy and I went face down. And instead of just bending down and grabbing the basket, I pretty much ate the top of the TV cabinet. Right here. At full force. It was gruesome. There's blood. Luckily, I didn't lose any teeth or chip any teeth, but lacerations, swollen everything, and a very bruised ego. So which is the reason I didn't, not the ego part. I'll share this story as many times as possible to learn a lesson. But it was too painful to even talk last week. It was pretty bad. And the beard covers a lot of the scarring. Thank goodness, eh? But we have this modern technology out there called electricity. When you attach it to a lamp, it lights up a room. And when it's dark out, you should use this technology, I found. It's really handy. It helps illuminate the situation. Also, you should, bend with the knees. That's what they all tell you, because bad things happen. Either throw at your back, or, other unforeseen things can happen. I mean, this goes for everything in life. Use the technology at hand. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. There's no point in having a slow website when there's technology out there that can help you with that. And lift with the knees, because that's what they tell you. Make sure that your website is properly optimized. I know, I'm sort of segueing in there. Is that kind of cheesy? No, I'm serious. Use the technology that's available to you. It's there for a reason. It makes life better. And don't try to go and do things the wrong way, because it will come back and bite you, or bit me in the mouth. So yeah, there you are. That's why I was not doing a video last Friday. But I feel much better now. This week in the at i3D Themes, we'll start with what happened in the Design Lab. It was actually a long weekend for us on Monday. It was Victoria Day. It's a national holiday. Everybody takes the day off. It was a beautiful day, actually. Everybody except myself. Colin took the day off, well-deserved. When he got back in on Tuesday, he had the Saturday, Sunday, Monday set of tickets to get through, and once he swam to the surface, he was able to start on his projects. And then finally today, as we speak, as I'm doing this video, he is completing the Oxygen WordPress theme so that I can go and place that into our catalog next week. I'm very excited for that, looking forward to that. And yeah, so that's been keeping him very busy. Short weeks or long weekends tend to cut into the productivity for development. which is also why I took an elective work day, as in not a day off, but on Monday. What I realized on the weekend was I was setting aside this week to confirm that we were GDPR compliant. Now, you've probably heard about the GDPR. If you haven't, you've been hiding somewhere. I have had such an influx, a flood of emails the last couple days. All these websites telling me, we've updated our privacy policy. Why? Why have you updated your privacy policy? Why was it not proper in the first place, is I have to ask. I was actually surprised when I went through my checklist. All of our websites that we run, it was already above board. We already were telling what we do, what data we collect, what we do with the data, all that kind of stuff. Privacy policy, very clear, easy to understand. I mean, this is the big thing. I mean, why would you not be like this from the beginning? We've always treated our customers, any of our visitors coming to our website, as we would want to be treated. We don't. Why would you treat people any other way? So when dealing with people's data, we wouldn't want marketing information, and I really dislike it when I get emails from companies and you swear you did not sign up for this marketing email. Oh, you can click here the reason you're getting this is because you've agreed to. No, I did not agree to that. Unsubscribe. Again and again and again. No, we don't. I mean, we've never operated that way. If you want to receive marketing information from us, you have to explicitly ask for that. Opt in. We give you an area to do that in your account, but we're not going to start sending you emails otherwise. Same sort of thing with protecting your data, and so on and so forth. The only thing that we added to our network of sites was for the European customers. We added in an explicit opt-in for cookies. If you don't want to have cookies on our site, that's fine. There's some limitation to what sort of services we can provide. But if you just want to view content and you don't want to, have any cookies, we don't do anything nasty with the cookies. It's just to identify you so that we can track and possibly have you add items to your cart. Any analytical data that we do have is actually, we anonymize the data, so we don't even know the IP address of the person that's clicked through to the different pages. So it's just to try to help us operate the business a little bit better. We don't sell or rent or lease or anything with the data or release that sort of thing. So in any case, we did confirm that we're already more or less all on above board with that. So that was a great relief. For the rest of the week, we did some experimentation in the Code Lab with different types of lazy loading. One of the things I think I've mentioned a couple weeks back, more than a couple weeks now, that lazy loading in a typical environment, when you have a website and it's render blocked. If you don't know what render blocking is, it is basically your CSS style sheets and your JavaScript block the rendering of the web page until they are all loaded, which is why when you click on a link, it can sometimes take forever for a web page to load. It's because you have 25 JavaScript files and 38 CSS style sheets to load in and render the page, and then boom, it pops in. That's called render blocking. But to make a web page load faster, we use what's called a non-render blocking method. It's harder to implement. It's technically complicated, but we do this. We do this with our Pegasus WordPress performance optimization plugin. We do this with our Numo Accelerator plugin. We essentially determine what needs to be in place so that the page loads perfect on initial load, and then load in the different assets after the fact. So it means that you can go from a 10-second load time to a 2-second load time, because all it takes is the HTML to load and maybe a couple images really quite quickly. One of the things that we've learned is that with a non-render blocking situation, so that the page loads up right away, lazy loading all your images in your page can be problematic because the image may blink into existence if we have lazy loading turned on. So we've been experimenting with a couple different ways of perhaps preventing that. It's not normally seen in a render blocking situation because all the JavaScript is already executed before the page has actually blinked into view. So that's how lazy loading can happen in a render blocking situation. But you don't want your page to load 10 seconds. You want your page to load in 2 seconds, if at all possible. So we're going to be investigating that further over the next week or so. In fact, I've only got 10 days or so before I go away on my 2-week vacation. I have never taken off this much time before, ever. We'll see how well I do. Going to be taking an adventurous road trip with the family. Kids are at the right age, and we are going to go do some exploring, and it should be a great time. I will still be available in an emergency. Thank goodness for portable technology and cellular data connections. But I expect everything is actually just going to be fine. Colin and Adam will be able to handle things just fine. And yeah. So, hope you've had a fantastic couple of weeks since I spoke to you last. And if you're in the United States, I understand that it's Memorial Day long weekend. I think that's a big thing, isn't it? It's the first long weekend of the summer, more or less, in the summer area, just end of May. The weather's starting to turn awesome here, so I can't imagine what it's like down south. Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope you have great plans, and I will talk to you again next week before I take off for vacation, and hopefully by then we'll have the Oxygen WordPress theme released. All right. Have a good one. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.